Today, I'm talking to the woman who knows she's grown, but she still feels like she's fighting a version of herself. Some days, you know exactly who you are. Other days, you feel confused, overwhelmed, and stuck. You keep asking yourself, why do I keep repeating these same patterns? Why do I keep showing up for people who won't show up for me? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which version has been leading your life, and you'll have the steps that you need to take to step into the higher version of yourself. This is Girl in Her Bible podcast, where we don't just talk about the word, we live it. I'm Pastor Amber, and if you're tired of surface level faith and ready for raw, real transformation, you're in the right place. Here we go beyond understanding biblical truths, we apply it, we walk it out. We break strongholds that religion ignored and trauma normalized. This is where cycles break, women rise, and faith becomes a lifestyle. So take a breath, open your heart, because we're going deeper. Let's get into it. Number one, the learned identity. This is the version of you the world trained. It's not the real you. It's not the authentic you. This is the conditioned you. This is who you had to become to keep the peace and avoid rejection. You'll know that you're in this identity phase when you begin to shrink yourself, edit yourself, or hold back around certain people. Here's the truth. You say you don't care what people think, but your actions tell the truth. You post and then check to see who liked it. You'll launch a business hoping quietly that certain people will support you, that they will say yes to you. You don't need anybody to say yes when God has already given you the go. This is going to drain you when you keep expecting other people to see who God has called you to be. Breaking this is simple. Stop waiting for permission. Stop explaining your growth. Stop expecting applause from people who prefer the old versions of you. If God validated it, it doesn't matter who doesn't clap for you and who doesn't show up for you. Baby, it's going to happen. You just need to keep moving forward. I hope you're enjoying this message so far. Let's pause for a moment. I don't want you just watching this. I want you free. I created a workbook for you called It Was a Lie. This is the exact tool I use when I help women confront the stories they were trained to believe and expose the lie sitting at the root of their cycles. When this video is over, go to pastoramber.com and grab it. I now return you to the lesson. Number two is the survival version of you. Always thinking, always preparing for something to go wrong. You make decisions out of fear and not faith. Deep down, this version of you doesn't feel like she's deserving. So you self-sabotage relationships, opportunities, and your growth to affirm the lie that you keep telling yourself. This identity builds a cage. It keeps you safe but small. A major sign that you are here is hyper independence. You keep saying, I'm good. I don't need nobody. But inside, you are exhausted. You really want support. You just don't trust anybody enough to let go. You also need to be in control. You want the details. Who gonna be there? Where's the Amazon tracking number? How long is it gonna take? Your nervous system has been trained to treat uncertainty like a threat. The way out of this is to retrain your body to feel safe without chaos. This means you have to slow down and sit with your feelings. This is the most powerful thing you can do. Be honest about what's actually going on. One of the things that really helped me at this stage was anytime I felt overwhelmed, disappointed, and I wanted to give up, I would use like the voice notes on my phone to record myself. I would be so descriptive about what's going on, how I'm feeling. And then after I got all that out, I believe it's important to anchor yourself in the truth. What you learn at this stage is that two things can be true at the same time. I can feel emotions of sadness and frustration. I can also anchor myself in the truth that I'm proud of who I am today. When I look back over my life at the past 2 to 3 years, and I can see how much I've grown and how this version of me today is a result of all the things I said no to. She's a result of the discipline, the focus I had to keep when reality kept telling me to quit. All the lessons that I learned along the way helped to shape this version of who I am today. When you start doing this, you are able to regulate your emotion. Number 3 is your called identity. This is who God designed you to be. This is your original design before trauma, heartbreak, disappointment, breakups, setbacks, and mistakes happen. When you get to this step, you don't try to have confidence. You just are. There is this deep knowing inside of you that says, God is for me. And I want you to really sit with that. God is for me. In Jeremiah, it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper you, to give you hope and to give you a future." When you start to actually embody that, a number in your bank account is not going to send you spiraling. If your plans don't go as envisioned, you don't tie your worth to that. Why? Because you are settled in your called identity. No matter what it looks like right now, God's plan for my life is to still prosper me. When you start living from that state, you don't need a clap. You don't need a like. You don't need somebody to tell you good job. You don't even need a person to support you. Now you are vision focused with a mission in mind. You see things from what I like to call the 30K view. I remember when me and my son, we were on our way to New York, and I was on that plane, y'all. It's like I was just crying. Like, wow, I cannot believe I'm doing this with just me and Caden. I didn't wait on anybody to come with us. I wasn't seeking an approval. I prayed about it. God said, "It is well," and we went. Now, was I scared? Absolutely. Yes, I was scared. I was scared the whole way, but it did not stop me from moving. When I was up there in that air and my son lifted up like the window, the world looks different from a 30K view. You can actually see clearer when you don't have all those fears on the ground and all this noise and people in your ear and just the busyness of life. When you come into your called identity, you start seeing things from God's perspective. That is life-changing, and it was life-changing for me. You will no longer be in a rush to make something happen. You understand you are in process of becoming this woman. It takes time to develop you. It happens day by day, step by step. You don't graduate these layers all at once. You move through them every time God elevates you. When you prove you're trustworthy, every new level will test your learned identity, trigger your survival identity, and invite you into a deeper called identity. And the more self-aware you become, the faster you recognize which version is speaking to you. Here's your assignment. This is not optional. Number one, audit your identity in real time. For the next 48 hours, go back and track your reactions, not your intentions. Every time you shrink, overthink, brace, or delay, write it down. Every time you respond with clarity, authority, or peace, write that down too. This will expose which identity is actually running your life. Number two, confront the lie that's been running your patterns. Every layer has a lie holding it together. You already know yours, so write it down, say it, and expose it. What you refuse to confront, you will continue to obey. Your learned identity says, "I need approval." Survival identity says, "I'm only safe when I'm in control." Called identity says, "I'm built for this." Call your lie, starve it, and decide what dies tonight. Identity doesn't shift when you understand it. It shifts when you stop honoring who you used to be. Before you leave, make sure you subscribe so that you never miss these teachings. Hit the like button and leave a comment and share this with somebody who needs it. And if you want to go deeper, go to pastoramber.com and download the workbook. This is where the journey actually begins. Next week, we're stepping into part 2, how to stop performing strength. This is for the woman who is tired of being the strong friend, the strong daughter, the strong everything. You are tired and you are secretly falling apart inside. I'm going to break down the 3 false strength indicators: overfunctioning, emotionally numbing, and control as safety. You're going to be able to finally see the difference between the real strength and the survival strength. If you've been carrying the whole world on your back, part 2 is going to free you. I'll see you next week right here on Girl in Her Bible.